A split fiction movie is in the works. A bidding war begins for the rights. This is Jennifer Moss at Variety. A film adaptation of Split Fiction, the hot new co-op game from It Takes Two developer Hazelight Studios, is in the works, Variety has learned. Sources at GDC in San Francisco have confirmed that the media company Story Kitchen, led by the same team that shepherded the It Takes Two game into a film project now set up at Amazon, is putting together the film's cast, writers, and director into a package as offers for the rights keep coming in from multiple top Hollywood studios.
Wow.
Variety, which is on the ground at GDC this week, is continuing to monitor the bidding war with more details on the project to come. There's another one that we talk about as far as video game adaptations, video games being turned into TV shows, movies. This one, I think, is fascinating just for the fact that Split Fiction just came out, which I view more as, one, I think the game came out and had great reception, right? Especially great critical reception. But then also just the cachet that Hazelight has as a studio.
Yeah.
I think no matter what, this was going to get adapted because Hazelight, that is that studio right now.
Yeah.
They are in the spotlight.
They're it. Yeah. This doesn't surprise me. Look, when you are, what's been so amazing, there's a lot of the Hazelight team walking around GDC at the moment, which is cool to see the Hazelight hoodies and the Split Fiction hoodies. So shout out to them. They're really kind of doing a bit of a victory lap right now, and rightly so. This is what happens when you put a huge amount of hard work into redefining what it is to play a co-op video game. They are true pioneers. I really want to give a shout out to Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. As a game that when we talk about Hazelight, like that game, I remember playing that for the first time and thinking that is a special video game. And they have only kind of taken that idea of having two characters and how we can interface with those two characters, and they've expanded it again and again and again and again and again. And Split Fiction with the reviews, clearly, it's crazy, and I really hope that people continue to recognize it, and they are. This is not necessarily, this is game is popular, let's turn it into something else.
Yeah.
And absolutely, Hazelight, get your bag.
Yeah.
Is this being turned into I read this, sorry to be really cynical, and it's like a Hollywood package. We're packaging stuff together. It takes a long time to make a film. It takes a long time to like, how many times have we been hearing about whatever IP is being snapped up? It's being snapped up because they want to make some money, and rightly so, but is anyone going to do anything with it? I don't know. But they want to make sure that no one else does.
Yeah. I think it's funny because the IP, as far as releases, existed for like 2 weeks. It's not had time to like build a groundswell. We don't know in 2 years when this movie comes out, are people still caring about Split Fiction like that? Are we talking about the Split Fiction 2 being developed, right? These things are hard to predict. The thing I will say, in a little bit of opposition, is Split Fiction, I think, is a wonderful video game, but my main complaint with it is that I don't think the story does a great job of being about what it's about. Have you played Split Fiction yet?
I literally, when I get back to the UK, I will play it because I need a person to play it with.
The premise of Split Fiction is that you have two story writers that essentially their minds get merged, and you are going back and forth between their different stories. The problem I have with it is a lot of the time, moment to moment in this game, is that the stories that we're hopping into aren't good stories. They're good gameplay segments. And so you hop into a fantasy gameplay segment, and it's, oh, I'm riding a dragon. And then you hop into a sci-fi gameplay segment, and it is, oh, there's the sun's exploding. Oh, shit. But they're not really getting into the stories that are being told. And it feels like I hate to use the ludonarrative dissonance sort of thing, right? But there's a ludonarrative dissonance of, okay, these stories that we're hopping into are way more fun to play as video games than they are interesting as the storytellers that are diving into these things.
Yep.
I think if you're making a movie, you could remedy that. You could actually make these storytelling segments about actual interesting fantasy stories and actual interesting sci-fi stories, and make it more about the writing and how that loops back into what these characters are going through. Because that's the one thing where I'm like, I don't know if you nailed this in Split Fiction, even though the gameplay is fantastic from beginning to end.
That's because it's a video game.
Yes.
It's a perfect execution of a great video game. And they are very, very clever because they have gone, how can we have a two-player game that you can have one person buy it and then you can both play it, and it does it so well. Clearly, the gameplay, everyone talks about how highly it is, how they speak so highly of it, and they basically say how good it is and that it feels like the perfection of a formula that they've been working on again and again and again because they work in video games. Now you put that in a film, you just recontextualize whatever story that is. Also, blessing, they did a Battlefield film with Rihanna, you know, like not Battlefield, a battleship. Battlefield. No, wait, this is canon. They did a Battlefield. They did they did a battleship film with Rihanna. You can turn anything. Turn anything into a film.
This episode's brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Plus, if your shades ever go missing or an unexpected hit happens, don't sweat it. They have the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair is backed by lost or broken replacements. If you don't love your shades, exchange for a new pair or return worry-free within 30 days. Y'all know I've been outside in the sun a lot playing Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing Shady Rays when I'm out and about looking dope. Exclusively for you, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. Head to shadyrays.com and use code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Again, go to shadyrays.com, use code FUNNY to get 35% off polarized sunglasses. This episode is brought to you by Factor. Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes, so you can fuel right and feel great, no matter what life throws at you. Greg Miller has been loving how simple it is to enjoy his Factor meals as he's rushing between shows each day here at Kinda Funny. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use code FACTORPODCAST to get 50% off your first box, plus free shipping. That's code FACTORPODCAST at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. This episode's brought to you by MeUndies. For years, I've been telling you all about how much I love MeUndies. Real talk, I haven't worn a pair of underwear or socks that weren't MeUndies in over half a decade. And that's because I just love how premium they are, how great they look, and awesome they feel. Even my loungewear at home is MeUndies, and I cannot recommend their various shirts enough. MeUndies just gets it. From the all-black classics to fun expressive prints, MeUndies has a look for everyone. Plus, they come in sizes XS to 4XL, so there's something here for all of you. Its breathable, stretchy, and oh so comfy fabric make it ideal for all-day wear. And they use sustainably sourced materials and work with partners that care for their workers. Rad. Good things come in big packages at MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping on orders of $75 or more at MeUndies.com/kindafunny. Enter code KINDAFUNNY. That's MeUndies.com/kindafunny. Code KINDAFUNNY for 20% off MeUndies. Comfort from the outside in.
I think I would love to see the team who worked on this game have some narrative say in it, because I think that's very important. But this is just people buying stuff because they want to buy stuff. Good luck to the team. Get your bag.
Do you think there's going to be a bubble that bursts with all the video game adaptations happening, where people are like, "Ooh, actually, maybe we shouldn't just adapt things because they're video games or because they're
half of them are going to be cancelled." Like, you don't like film and TV. So this is a bit of a rant. Yeah. Film and TV. So many projects are developed. Development takes years and years and years and years and years. And some happen quicker. You know, this idea of packaging up things. Do we get X directors to do X, Y, and Z? But these announcements are there to create hype. These announcements are there to be like, people are bidding. Is there a bidding war? Absolutely. But this is to enhance the bidding war.
Yes.
Like, this is a project that will, you even said it, there's an It Takes Two thing in development. It Takes Two came out a long time ago. Like, we all just want to take IP, because IP is something that, again, I'm so sorry, I feel cynical today. Money, 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 money.
I mean, you're right.
It's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know, and more power to them. They've made an amazing video game, and I really, really hope that this comes off for them. But what does this mean in essence? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm also like, what are we building to? If Split Fiction was a franchise, or if It Takes Two was a franchise, then I can kind of see the you know, the businessy franchise synergy aspect of it and all this, right? So I don't get a sense that there's going to be a Split Fiction 2. I don't get a sense that there's going to be an It Takes Two 2. I think they're probably going to make the next, like their next IP co-op game, which we're all going to be excited about and play, right? But if there's not going to be a franchise of this, do you need to turn both of these into movies? Or it's a thing that I'm very curious about.
It just something clicks in my brain. Bless. We're in the opposite of the mid 2000s, where every movie got a video game adaptation.
Yep.
And now it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird how things switched in the last 20 years, where we were getting Batman Begins the game, and now we're getting Split Fiction.
Split Fiction the movie.
And
why?
You are in the business of making content, and I feel that film and TV is very much moving in the direction of content, because there is literally stuff to fill. Streamers, everyone needs an opportunity to sell their platform, so they create content. And how do you create content? Is by building up IP, because it costs money to create an entirely new IP. So if you can bring in an audience to play something, to watch something, then you just know that you're going to have an audience that are going to watch it in the first place. That's all people want. It was comic books, and now it's video games. I mean, it's always been video games, you know?
Yeah. But now, I mean, the video game movies started getting good.
They're great.
And then they started getting so good that everybody's like, all right, now let's make bad ones again.
Yeah.
Let's just greenlight everything, which is going to lead to more bad ones. But hopefully, I mean, and I think surely it's also going to lead to good ones. The fact that we got a Fallout TV show, that was excellent.
Yep.
Hey, I'll take 2 bad, video game movies or video game TV adaptations for one good one any day.
That's because Lisa Joy and Jonah Nolan did Fallout. And if anyone's a Westworld fan, then just some of the work that they did on Westworld, particularly the second season, is actually sensational. And they are people who understand it. Yeah. And they understand how to translate video games and the power of what video games can present to the screen, and they're playful with it. I think it's a sensational TV show. And I really hope that people take it seriously. They don't take it as a cash cow. They don't come along and be like, we've come a long way since Pac-Man. I want like, I don't play games, I'm doing this. I think I want people to understand the material, and more importantly, why it resonates with people.
Oh, yeah.
And so why is it being bought in the first place? It really upsets me, because I feel that, like, a lot of people go, I don't play games, I can't play games. And you shouldn't have to in order to make something, but at least understand it.
Yeah. What is special about this IP? What is special about this story? What is special about Metal Gear Solid or God of War? Or I think Last of Us is a good example of, all right, cool, you kept Neil Druckmann on the project, somebody who understands what makes Last of Us special, to work on the Last of Us TV show with somebody who's talented in the TV industry as well, right?
And now what is it? It's the most watched trailer for HBO Max ever, because people want to watch it, and you get brilliant actors giving brilliant performances with a script written by people who genuinely care about it. Don't be Richard Gere in Pretty Woman and just pluck it or tear that thing apart, you know? Like, if anyone doesn't know, there's a Pretty Woman reference where Richard Gere comes in and buys companies and tears them apart and guts them for parts. And I feel like that is what it is sometimes. They want the name, but they don't know what the name represents.
Yeah.
They just use the IP, but not actually what the essence of that is.